Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mario Pedro Gould. You are now tuned into the Alpha Success Television Network. We are going to be exploring a very exciting topic today. Rather, I'm going to be introducing a certain way of thinking, a certain philosophy, a certain mindset, which, if you grab and you run with, can have a significant impact in your ability to demonstrate and manifest and actualize prosperity, good health, success, abundance, whatever it is that you have decided that is most important to you. The concept that I'm going to introduce to you comes in the form of a phrase, and the phrase is a motivational or inspirational phrase which goes like this. Ladies and gentlemen, in life, go for what you want. Okay? In life, go for what you want. Don't let anything stop you. Now, where is this conversation coming from, Mario? Where is this conversation coming from? What I have observed in the outside world is that majority of people say that they want XYZ. They want to be rich. They want to be healthy. They want to have beautiful relationships, whatever it is. But it's very interesting when you watch these people from afar, you will notice that their actions are not in alignment with their desires, which leads us to question what is it that is stopping them from actually going for what it is that they want. Instead of them, let me bring the conversation to you. What is it that is stopping you, ladies and gentlemen, from going for what you want? Beautiful question. I had to ask myself this question every single day repeatedly, where times existed when my actions were not in alignment with my desire. And what it is that I discovered for myself, ladies and gentlemen, is no surprise, is that the number one reason that most of us do not go for what we want, most of us do not do the actions that will get us what we want, is because of the existence of fear. You guessed it. Fear. Fear. But me introducing this to you is not going to create a revolutionary breakthrough in your process of thinking and solving the problems that you have in your day-to-day life. Rather, I am going to take us a little bit further today and say that it is not really the fear that is stopping you from doing the actions that would lead to your desire. Rather, it is an emotional scar, an emotional wound from a very long time ago that is preventing you from taking the actions today that will enable you to attain the desires that you have. Okay? So what is it that you're talking about, Mario? What is it that you're talking about? What I have discovered in my exploration myself is that fear is just a symptom. It's just a sign. It's just like, a smoke coming out of a building telling you there's a fire behind. And the fire behind is something that is unresolved, usually from your childhood. And this thing that is unresolved from your childhood comes in the form of you not wanting to hear the word no. You not wanting to receive confirmation, that a false confirmation that you are not good enough. Ladies and gentlemen, the reason most of people do not go for what they want is because of a very hidden, insidious fear of rejection, fear that someone is going to say that you are not good enough. Okay? So let us see if we can use several stories to bring this around in a manner that you can understand and employ in your own life. Recently, I was at the farmer's market. I go to the farmer's market very often, every Sunday. And I go there to purchase my healthy foods. It's a tradition. And every Sunday when I go to a farmer's market, I met a lady that actually owns a business in the farmers market. And as I had a few conversations with her, I discovered that this lady has got significant amount of depth to her. You know, she's a businesswoman, she's ambitious. She also does personal training. You know, she's going to school. You know, a lot of character traits that I find very unique and appealing. So I invited this lady to, meet me for a cup of tea, and she actually gave me her phone number. So when she gave me her phone number, ladies and gentlemen, when she gave me her phone number, I proceeded to, give her a call. Give her a call, send a text message. And what I noticed was that she was not responding to me reaching out to her. She would respond once in a while, then she wouldn't respond. And at this point, ladies and gentlemen, at this point, I reached a very critical junction. And there's a significant lesson in here for you in your own life. We're going to talk about, we're talking about a dating relationship now, but we're going to show how this shows up in your business, how it shows up in your health. So stay with me, stay with me. I reached a very critical juncture where I see that, you know what, this lady is a beautiful lady inside and outside, and I, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to go for what I want. And what was preventing me from going for what I want, there are times when I wanted to give up and say, you know what, let that girl go, forget about this lady, there's 1,000 other ladies out there. But what it is that was preventing me from going for what I want was the notion that, what if she doesn't return my messages? What if she doesn't return my phone calls? What if she doesn't return my advances of me reaching towards her? And I said, you know what? It does not matter what she does. What matters is how I feel about myself and how I respond. And I discovered that a fear is arising every time she does not respond to me how I feel that I should be responded to. And it enabled me to go back further and discover that this is not fear. This is a sign of an emotional scar that exists from my childhood, whereby there is a fear of me being rejected, a fear of someone saying no to me, a fear of maybe someone saying to me that I am not good enough. So this was a beautiful experiment for me, for lack of a better term, and I'm going to encourage you to go for what you want in the same depth, because in going for what you want, you will discover what is actually causing you to block yourself and self-sabotage yourself from achieving what it is that you desire. So I reached a conclusion and I say that, you know what, I am going to, once a week, I'm going to reach out and call this woman and just say hi, how you doing? And I'm going to do that until she says, yes, let us go and have tea, or until she says, hey, don't ever call me again, I don't want to talk to you, whatever it is. Or number 3, until I go overseas. I'm planning to go overseas in about 6 weeks, so I'll probably forget about it. So the lesson that I learned in this was I had to take this and use this in other areas of my life and ask myself, where am I going for what I want? And what is holding me back? And I look at my business life. I'm very, very aggressive in business, but I have the same fears as you. I have the fear of, what if a customer rejects me? What if a potential person I want to do business with does not want to partner with me? What if I cannot get the financing they needed? What if I expand my business and I fail? I have to look at these fears and I go back and see, okay, there's some emotional scars. Right now I'm finding myself very, very, I go to the gym, but I'm not pushing as hard as I usually push. But I'm going for what I want by being in the gym every single day. Being in the gym every single day. So this conversation is a conversation whereby I wanted you to look at your own life and write down the things that you have said that you desire most in your own life. And once you've written down the things that you desire in your own life, write down the actions that you can do to get what it is that you want. You have the actions and you have the desires. Now you have to ask yourself, why is it that you're not going for what you want? You're going to say fear, of course. But I want you to go a little bit deeper this time and ask yourself, what is it exactly that I fear? What is it exactly that I fear? And if you look deeply enough, you'll discover that there may be a fear, of not being enough. There may be a fear of rejection that affirms that you're not enough. This is important that you discover the fear that is driving you, because on discovery of the fear that is driving you, you can decide to act in spite of the presence of the fear and continuously, persistently, consistently go for what it is that you want. Have yourselves a wonderful week, ladies and gentlemen. We will reconvene next week and explore more on this theme of success. Arrivederci.